From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
It's a big afternoon of Afternoons LA with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. And I'm back. In this recording, we'll go over that monthly stimulus check the Democrats are likely to give you more checks for. And then we turn to the recon. Deal done. $3.5 trillion of checks for the American people. I'll go over some of the incredible sums of money that millions of Americans, including you, will be getting under this fourth stimulus package. A lot of checks, $3.5 trillion of them. And then we cut to the vote, the dates, the bills, the dates, everything you need to know, what Chuck did today, what Chuck didn't do today, and what you should anticipate for tomorrow. Then we cut to fifth stimulus, which will raise your benefits up a lifetime and applies a new benchmark of an inch of the inflation rate. This is the big lift that my beneficiaries were promised during the campaign trail. It's now happening. I have all the incredible great news for you. And then we cut to the big money across the board, and the numbers are going higher. Rent is now $20,000 being gotten by viewers this channel, $18,000 for SNAP, $3,000 for utilities. I'm going to show you how you can get this big money. It's yours to get. It's a big afternoon. I'm excited for you. The sun is settling. We have a cooler temperature in Southern California. It's a beautiful day, and the news is beautiful. You're beautiful. And let's get to the details. My hair's not so beautiful, though. This is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's a beautiful afternoon here in Santa Monica, California, and I'm so glad that you joined me on this incredible broadcast. So much happening, and the weather has been spectacular here in Santa Monica, California. Jump in the live chat and tell me where you're tuning in from and how's the weather. In this fourth stimulus check update of 2021, a lot of breaking news. First part of this video, we'll be going over that check and why you're likely to get more months of checks. Then we'll cut to the recon. Done, a deal. Price tag agreed upon, and the agreement to pass the recon done for $3.5 trillion of checks for you. I'll go over all the incredible details about what these checks are for. And then we go over the vote, the bill, the date, everything that Chuck did today, everything that Chuck's going to do tomorrow, everything you need to know. It's getting very exciting. And I have breaking news about what Chuck did behind the scenes today as well. And then we cut to fifth stimulus, which raise your benefits up. And as Wall Street goes up and then Wall Street goes down, and the 10-year Treasury note falls on Monday, but then surges later in the week, is that impacting your raise of your benefits in the fall? I'll explain all the details. And then we go over the big money that viewers can continue to get. It's your day to get this as well. Nisi got $23,000. Leo got $18,000 for SNAP. John got $12,000 for SNAP. Viewers are getting $3,000 for utilities. I'm going to show you how you can get this big money and more. And this is LA, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America. The best and the very best you have found with the best community. Welcome and good afternoon. Coming up next is Evenings LA in an hour and a half from now. Then Sirloin at 8 o'clock. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record in 1 year. Next stop, 1 million. Like the video, 3,000 likes. Every like helps, and consider becoming a member. Let's get right into that monthly stimulus check from those Democrats. The tides have turned. It was just 3 weeks ago where we wondered if the pandemic was really over. Then 2 weeks ago, we realized the pandemic may not be over. 1 week ago, we realized the pandemic is not over. And now we realize the pandemic is really not over. So how does that impact checks? House bill, pandemic plus 1 year monthly stimulus checks. Senate proposal, July to December. The payouts, House bill, $1,000 after the first month, $2,000. Senate payout monthly, not disclosed, but word on the street is it's this. Deliciousness. $2,000 over 6 months, $12,000. Or $1,400 over 6 months, $8,400. The tides have really changed. As now, New Jersey saying get ready to put your mask back on. LA putting our masks back on. The number of Delta cases out of control in 50 states, absolutely ravaging Florida. The number of Delta cases now signaling the pandemic is not over, whether you're GOP or whether you are Democrat. That would mean that the House bill would pay more than 12 checks. which would mean more that you would get more than $13,000 for the house, which compares to this. Jump in the live chat right now and vote House of Senate. House of Senate, tell me where you're tuning in from and how's the weather. Vote House of Senate. I will see you voting, and boy, things have changed. Who gets the fourth stimulus check? The Democrats represent that if you got a third, you would get a fourth. Single individuals, $75,000 or less. Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less. The Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. A family of four, Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. Quadruple it. And if you're on benefits, Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. SSI, SSDI, my veterans, and more. Yes, congratulations. The fourth stimulus check is not income. It's not taxable. The fourth stimulus check would be the same amount for everyone. Congratulations, including adult dependents. And the fourth stimulus check is a monthly check. It does not come in waves. So on Sunday, I was broadcasting live from the beach on YouTube, and a viewer said, "Hey, LALATE, is that the check behind you on the beach? Wave at the check." So I waved at the check. This is no joke. This exchange actually occurred live on air. And I waved at the check. The check didn't wave back. And I said to the viewer, "See, it's a road check. I told you it's a road check." And the viewer said, "No, it's not a road check, LA. It's just not a waveable check. I've watched your videos." So there you go. I just love it when I get my lines thrown back at me. The fourth stimulus check would come in the month of July for the month of July, and in the month of August for the month of August, and there you go. In the second part of this video, we'll go over the incredible great news of deal. $3.5 trillion of deals. We're going to be getting $3.5 trillion of checks under the fourth stimulus package. I'll be going over some of those checks. Checks for the American people of all walks of life, seniors, workers, everyone, medicine, lots of deliciousness. And then we cut to the vote in the third part of this video. What did Chuck do today? What is Chuck doing later today? What did Chuck do yesterday? What is Chuck doing tomorrow? He's doing a lot, and I'm going to explain to you all the incredible details. The vote, the bills, the dates, everything you need to know. That's the final 15 of the final 14 coming up in this video. Stay to the very end. But first, a preview of the second half of this video. It's fifth stimulus. And as the Treasury yields fall and then rise again today, does that impact the rise of and lift of your benefits under SSI, SSDI, and VA under fifth stimulus? I'll explain all the details. It's coming up later in this video. But first, let's get some money. OMG, your numbers have been absolutely growing. I am so proud of you. If you got in rent from this channel, post in live chat. If you got in utilities, post it right now. If you've gotten SNAP, post it right now. The numbers are even growing day to day. It's just incredible. You're doing an incredible job. I'm so proud of you. Rent. I said I can get $5,000, 4 to 6 months of rent for you because of these videos. Nisi got $20,000 for rent. Incredible. Her total numbers of money she got was $23,000 for this channel. Utilities, I said I can get you a couple $100, maybe $300. Viewers are getting $3,000 daily for utilities. When we talk about SNAP, I said viewers were getting $5,000 to $6,000 of money for SNAP. Then John got $10,000 to $12,000 for SNAP. Then Leo, if I recall his name correctly, if I got it wrong, jump in the live chat and tell me what your name was again. He got $18,000 for SNAP. Oh my goodness. If you had success stories, post in the live chat. I don't care if you got $1. I don't care if you got $20,000, post in the live chat. Let's go over all that incredible money. What we're doing here is getting money. This is what this channel does. It cashes you checks. We don't track checks. In April of last year, EIDL loans and EIDL grants were not coming from second stimulus. There was no check to track because it wasn't coming. So I stepped in and I solved people's applications, and I got viewers $25 million of EIDL loans, saving their businesses, their homes, and their employees' homes. They cashed checks. They weren't tracking them. And then in fall of 2020, second stimulus was not passing. It was not a law yet by December. So you needed money. It was the holidays. So you weren't tracking a check, you were cashing checks. I got you $250,000 of rent, like Tyrone, who got $15,000 for his family of four out of Boston, saved all his entire higher holiday, paid all his rent till the next spring. You're doing it again just right now. So we're getting rent now, utilities, internet, SNAP, mortgage assistance, and homeowners utilities. I'm going to show you how you can get this big, beautiful sums of money. Get a pen, paper ready right now. Each place has different eligibility. So if one says no, don't worry. Reach out to the next. They have their own pots of money as well. Are you ready? Here we go. You're going to reach out to your city hall, your city housing authority, your county hall, your county housing authority, your state hall, your state housing authority. Viewers tell me my keywords are critical in helping them find the right place and getting approved. Keywords are rent assistance because of COVID, or mortgage or homeowners utilities because of COVID. That's all you say. You don't say words they don't know, like stimulus or Mitch's performance song on Star Search. They don't know that. They don't want to know that. Their ears don't want to know that. Ouch. And there you go. Congratulations, Tim and Linda, who got this wonderful pot of money. The next pot of money is the money coming back from Snap. Wow. John got $10,000 to $12,000. Congratulations, John. I'm so proud of you. And then I guess his name was Leo. If I forgot your name, post in the live chat right now. He got $18,000 for Snap. I'm so proud of you, sir. Really, really proud of you. Snap. What is Snap? It's Snap. It's not smack. Snap. Snap. What is Snap? It is money for food. You get it from Department of Agriculture. Lynn Glenn got it for herself, her son, and her mom. Gail got it as well. How much does it pay? A fortune. A family of four in Hawaii gets upwards of $16,000 a year now. Why so much money for my viewers and those families and everyone else? Because of two wonderful executive orders that raise your benefits up 15% between now and December. So go get it. $15,000 for Snap for family four out of Hawaii, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 for rent. You are killing it, and we are on 11 minutes of this video. I got another pot of money right now, and it's coming back from your states. If you got rent in Snap, post in the live chat right now. So this next pot of money is wonderful. One viewer posted in the live chat recently, $3,000. Another posted $5,000. It is the refund check due to overpayment, due to computer error for unemployment benefits. Let's go over all the details. States were paying out unemployment benefits, but then due to computer error, paid more. The federal government said, no, that was the citizens' money to keep. Your error was their money to keep. And so this federal government has ordered a return back to you. Wow. Direct deposit, yes. And when? Reach out to the state. Hey, state. Say, hey, state, where's that check due to overpayment of computer error and unemployment benefits? And can you track it with a computer that actually works this time? And finally, the last wonderful pot of money is the refund check back from IRS. And it is a deliciousness. Now, if you have gotten rent, utilities, Snap, or any of these items, post in the live chat. It serves three wonderful functions. One, it inspires other people to get the money. Someone might be in the live chat or watching the chat and then realizes, wait a second, there's all these people getting this money. I should get it. That's viewers helping viewers. Number two, it inspires someone to get multiple items. So if one person got rent but didn't get Snap, then they realize, wait, I should get Snap as well. Art Sullivan got 3 items from this channel. Nisi got 3 items. Viewers continually get 3 items, so I want you to get multiple items. Third, it updates us about routing times and also updates us about prices. This last pot of the money, Margaret got a, Cog got a, Michael got a, but IRS has an update for us. The refund check due to payment on the unemployment of that 2020 return is coming back from IRS. If you've not gotten, like Market and Cod, the latest round went out July 14th for direct deposit, and they'll check on July 16th. The latest round is a massive $1,265 check. Wow. They're coming out in waves, and every wave will continue every week throughout the summer. Wow, they're coming in waves. So if you do see the IRS at the beach and you try to, no, we're not going to do that. So how much, when, and where? Let's go over the details. Let's say you had $9,000 of total unemployment benefits. You paid $5,000 of taxes, of which $4,000 was your taxes on unemployment benefits. Congratulations, you're getting back $4,000. Where? Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, you can. Go to irs.gov. Do a transcript search, and 70% of the time it'll work. It'll reveal the tax return you filed, the taxes you paid, and then it'll reveal stuff you didn't know. It'll reveal some stuff you didn't want to know. It'll reveal stuff you don't want people to see. It'll reveal when Mitch performed on Star Search, did he sing Britney's song in a tribute to Chuck, "Slave to You"? That'll reveal the tax return. The tax return your check came back from IRS. Can we top that? We can. I don't know about Mitch and Chuck, "Slave to You," but we can't top that. So here we go. The forced stimulus recon is now passable, and it has been passed for the price tag and for the functionality. What's going on here? Great news. So the recon involves several steps, and the first step is they got to agree upon the price tag. Done deal. $3.5 trillion. Coming up later in this video, I'll explain the details of that. Then they have to agree they're going to pass it. Done deal. They agreed that they are passing the recon. Everyone's on board. Everyone. Yeah, those two people we always talk about, Joe and Kristen. Yeah, they're all on board. It's done. So all that's left is they have to call the vote on the recon. Wow. How did we get to this wonderful spot? Because originally the recon was too big. It was too big. It had roads and bridges in there, and they had to take the roads and bridges out. They shrunk it, and it made it smaller. and now it became passable. Meaning if you called for a vote, it would pass. But it's now passable. That accomplishment was detailed in a op-ed by a conservative publication a few days ago that said the higher the price tag was originally on the recon, the harder it was to pass. There you go, confirmation. But by allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spending from the recon and put in the bipartisan roads and bridges, then the overall price tag of the recon got smaller, obviously. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. There you go. Sorry to set you up, Mitch. Now, Mitch at this point understands it has happened, but he's happy with it because you can see later in this video, the Republicans adore the bipartisan infrastructure, roads and bridges. They adore it, and they say they're getting it done. Wow. Once the recon was shrunk, then the progressives were able to add stuff back in there and got it to a point that they were happy. $3.5 trillion, done. Every progressive is ecstatic with this price tag. Before that, Representative Elon Omar said they will give us a recon that goes as big as we want it. She got it. Congratulations, Elon. She got 3.5. And then Representative Richie Torres says we have to have a larger recon. You got it, Richie. Congratulations, 3.5. The progressives have been meeting with the White House daily to ensure that the recon was big enough. They got it, 3.5 trillion. So there you go. How did they get to the spot? By protecting the recon. The president had told the progressives, including Jalopal and Brian Schatz, to protect the recon because it's all progressive priorities and progressive checks for you. And the White House has said the progressive priorities in the recon are its own priorities. Wow. Let's go over what this recon is, what a recon is, what it's called, and what it includes in there for you starting right now. First, let's start with the words. Recon is your money. Bipartisan is roads and bridges, not your money. Pretty easy. Those are the words I use on this channel. I use the words recon and bipartisan. But what's important for you to know is that sometimes you may be turning on the TV and they may use other words. So let me use the other words and explain them to you which one is which. Recon is also called reconciliation. It's also called budget bill. You recognize it in an article if you see the price tag, 3.5 trillion. And the people quoted like Bernie Sanders. Bipartisan is also called roads and bridges. It's also called infrastructure. You recognize it by its price tag, smaller, 1.5 trillion. And you recognize it by the people quoted in the article, Kristen Sinema or Mitt Romney. Pretty easy. Okay, so what is a reconciliation? A reconciliation is actually two bills, a procedural bill and a substantive bill. I'm just going to go over the substantive bill. The reconciliation is written by Democrats for Democrats to be passed by Democrats. Who actually writes it? It's written in House subcommittees as lead authors with the Senate subcommittees helping them. All written by Democrats. Under the Constitution, House subcommittees are delegated different subject matters when writing bills. In the case of stimulus packages, they're separated very clearly. House Ways and Means is responsible for writing stimulus checks, also unemployment benefits. That's what they're doing here. When each subcommittee is done, then they have their pages finished. Let's say it's 10 subcommittees and 10 pages. Then those 10 of 10 go up to Chuck, 100 pages, he combines it, puts a big S on it, and that's called the reconciliation bill. At that point, you see it. Here's what you also need to know. Under the Constitution, there's no requirement that those subcommittees show you what they're doing. They don't have to show you what they're adding, taking out, what they're voting on, voting against. They don't have to show you anything along the way. Mainstream media and myself agree upon one subject matter, which is that we have not seen the recon, and we're not going to be shown the recon by the Democrats. It's sort of like a pop singer with an upcoming album. They don't want to show you the tracks of the songs that are on the album until it's released. No problem. That's how they do it. It's sort of a publicity bit. And so we simply do not see the recon because it's not being shown to us. The fake narrative you may see elsewhere is, I have not heard of this in the recon. Well, the reason why you haven't heard it is it hasn't been shown. There you go. How did we get to this wonderful spot? From Jalopal, who had told Chuck Schumer to call the vote on the recon. And that letter by Jalopal was co-signed by 12 House Democrats who were among the 100 plus, who had written the president a letter saying, we're going to be putting monthly stimulus checks in the fourth stimulus package. Wow, that's great news. Can we top that? Yes, 7 members of that House Ways and Means subcommittee. Wait, the one you were just talking about? Yep, that one. Wrote the president a letter saying they're going to be putting monthly fourth stimulus checks in the fourth stimulus recon. And they're the subcommittee that does that? Yep, they're the subcommittee that does that. And they're putting monthly stimulus checks in there. You have to keep them to their promise. They also say they're giving you 5th stimulus checks next year. More about that later. Wow, can we top that? We can. As the president has finally gotten his global minimum corporate tax rate minimum into law. This is great news. 4 weeks ago, you saw the president go overseas and have a ceremonial signature in England. That ceremonial signature was now formalized formally just days ago in the United States. What is it for? It's for something that's absolutely a tongue twister. The global minimum corporate tax rate minimum. Oh, if that sounds confusing, that's why it's great news it's done. Let me explain to you why this is great news for the recon. First, it's easier to write the recon because that confusing thing is not in there. It's easier to call the vote on the recon because that confusing thing is not in there. It's easier to vote on the recon because that confusing thing is not in there. And it's easier to vote in favor and pass the recon because that confusing thing is not in there. Can we top that? We can. As we go into the final 15 or the final 14, arguably no less than 14 days may be done to get this forced stimulus finished. And in the final 15, I'm going to show you the final 14 of what's at issue at forced stimulus. Then we cut to fifth stimulus as well that raise your benefits up. But the falling and raising of the 10-year Treasury note this week has gone all everywhere from 1.1% to 1.3%. Does that impact your raise of benefits like SSI and SSDI and VA benefits later this year? I'll explain the details. It's coming up in a second. But first, something more wonderful, the volunteers. If you need help with rent, utilities, internet, SNAP, or anything like that, like mortgage assistance or homeowners assistance, reach out to the volunteers. How do you find them? Open the description of this video. Go down the description and see an emoji of a house. Not Nancy's. Click the link. It'll send you over to a community page. That's news.la.com/community. The volunteers are salt of the earth. They're wonderful. They're viewers just like you. They're there to help you get that rent, that utilities, that mortgage, that internet if you try to find it and can't find it. They're there to help you, so reach out to them. Here's a little bit about them. I'll be back in 60 seconds with you with the big finale of the final 15 of 14 and fifth stimulus. Stay with me. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Afternoons LA with the final 15 of the final 14 and the big exciting details about this stimulus. How are you? Boy, it's a big day with some breaking news across the board. I'm back on this big Afternoons broadcast. I'm also back with a new Evenings LA tonight. It's coming up in about an hour and a half from now. Then Overnight's Crypto and a Sirloin is back. So move on over and subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record in 1 year. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button. Also, like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the channel, pinned comment. So much coming up throughout the day, and there's so much breaking news coming up later today, so stay with me. I'm excited for you, and let's get to the details. First, let's look at fifth stimulus, which is what the president promised you on the campaign trail and is now finally happening. Not from him, but from congressional Democrats who are taking care of you by doing what the president promised for you. They're going to raise your benefits up, then remove the asset limit at the inflationary benchmark, remove the marriage penalty, and remove the income exclusion. This is the SS200 from the campaign trail, but actually more money than that. Let's go over all the details, how it works, and the breaking news that may or not impact it. First, they're going to raise your benefits up under fifth stimulus. Who's you? You. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, yes, or SSA or multiple benefits. Then they'll apply a new benchmark. Now let's go over the time frame. This will likely go to drafting around September, for a vote about October, November-ish, impact your benefits right away, and then the benchmark would be applied right away in about December for next year's benefits. The new benchmark, inflation. Where's inflation going? It's going up. Your head of the Federal Reserve, Jay Powell, testified on Capitol Hill last week, said the same thing he said the month before. Yes, it's very great news. Why did he say? He said that inflation has reached its highest point in December. Oh my goodness, yes, that's when they apply your benchmark. It's called a transitory spike, or a fancy word for temporary, meaning that inflation rates are going to go up and then they're going to slow down. And they're going to peak right when they apply your benefits. Oh boy, that's great news. So how high? What type of rate are we looking at? Well, Wall Street last week and Wall Street this week has been saying my number. Yes, 5%. They're looking at about a 5% spike and then coming back down. Let's go over the details. First, they'll raise your benefits up one big time, and then they'll apply the benchmark. If it's 5%, then your benefits will raise up an additional 5%, not just next year, lifetime. Because once the benefits step up, they never step down. If the inflation rate the next year after that is 2%, then you'll be a +2, +5%. Wow, great news. Next, they're going to remove the asset cap. Wonderful news, so that it will get rid of that 1980s law that says you can't have more than $3,000 in hand. Now you have room for a stimulus check and room for a Crayola crown of purple. Nothing muddled about it. They're going to remove the income cap, dating back to a 1960s law that says you can't work and stay on benefits. And finally, they're going to remove the marriage penalty. Love is going to win, and you'll be able to marry your longtime love interest. You'll no longer fear loss of benefits and no longer be penalized because of the marriage penalty. It would not be retroactive. Viewers like Rob and Sandy will be able to get married. Now, if you are a viewer and you're watching and you see people in the live chat with a purple emoji next to their name, a hawk, and you wonder, how did they get that purple hawk? They became members. Click the link out of the video where it says join here and become a member as well. The benefits to membership is enormous. You get delivered to you daily a breakdown of all the big monies in third stimulus. $5, $10, $15, $20,000 money right now, not 5 days from now and not 5 weeks from now. Money like Nisi's $20,000, money like Lou's $18,000 for SNAP. You learn about all these big sums of money. And guess what? There's more money coming. In second stimulus, when the $600 stimulus check went out, I said, sure, but I'm going to get you $6,000. I got viewers like Tyrone, $15,000. When third stimulus was passed and there was a $14 stimulus check, I said, sure, I'm going to get you $14,000. Viewers like Nisi got $23,000. And when fourth stimulus passes, I'm going to say, sure, but I got $3.5 trillion of other money to get you. And those details I'm going to go over right now. So consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the chat and the pinned comment. Let's go now to the exciting news about what is going on with Chuck today, tomorrow, and yesterday. And this is the